Rosie O'Donnell donates $1,000 to brave young patriot, Miss Reality Winner. And yes, that's her name, Reality Winner.
You are now listening to The Spearsy Spin with your host, Mike Spears.
Hi folks, and welcome to The Spearsy Spin. Well, you may have noticed that we've taken a break in sequence from our uploads, and that's because we're currently doing updates and we're rearranging things for this fall. So please be patient. By January 2018, we expect to be live Monday through Friday with a given time for the show to start and end. And then, of course, there'll be podcasts available for listening at a later time or when you're traveling in the car or whatever it is you do. Well, I know that you're sick to death of hearing about all the political diatribes that are airing anywhere and everywhere. Tonight, though, we look at Miss Reality Winner, and yes, they claim that is her name. I would love to meet her parents, but at any rate, she is the millennial that has been arrested for leaking classified information about President Trump and his administration. Meanwhile, actress Rosie O'Donnell, who certainly is known to the Spearsy Spin, has publicly praised Reality Winner for allegedly leaking classified information concerning some of those involved, or at least mentioned, in an NSA report with regard to the Russian election hacking investigation. Now, it's alleged that Miss Winner leaked confidential NSA information to a left-wing news site called The Intercept. Now, The Intercept is an online publication. It serves to report on news such as Edward Snowden and the leaks currently coming from the White House. The media mantra there appears to be to produce aggressive adversarial journalism while subscribing to a wide range of issues. So, we have Rosie O'Donnell, who used to be on The View as a co-host, applauding the actions of this alleged leaker. O'Donnell has referred to Miss Winner as a brave young patriot. Currently, there is a GoFundMe page that has been dedicated to raising money for Miss Winner. It appears as though she didn't take into account that when you're arrested, it may impact your ability to remain gainfully employed. I can't think of one person who would not relate to the fact that Rosie is a vocal critic of President Donald Trump, and of course, with that said, this whole mess gets even loonier as O'Donnell reportedly has donated $1,000 to Winner's GoFundMe campaign. Now, depending on who's keeping score on the GoFundMe account, it appears as though last week this fund, the GoFundMe page, has raised $32,000. Now we have to enter into the legal problems that might face Miss O'Donnell. It is possible for both the FBI and NSA to assume that Miss O'Donnell may be directly or indirectly hiring some of those non-Trump supporters in the White House to essentially sell secrets and release confidential information. If the NSA and its counterparts entertain this theory, well, Rosie O'Donnell may in fact be looking at both spying and possible treason-related charges. Anytime someone hires or makes promissory agreements or advertises to pay or to somehow compensate others for the leaking of classified information from the United States government, then you may be guilty of engaging in a pay-to-spy venture. Odd, though, we didn't see any of this going on in the Obama administration when Snowden made his debut. Oh well.
Don't go away. We have to pay some bills, and then we're coming back with Mike Spears.
Hi, I'm Ben Utek. I played high school, college, and pro football, helping my team win the 2006 championship. That was an amazing day, but it can't compare to the joy I feel every day with my loving wife and 3 beautiful daughters. My football career ended after I suffered my 5th concussion. Did you know that over 1 million athletes suffer a concussion each year? That includes boys and girls, every age, every type and level of sport. It isn't always clear that a player has had a concussion, so parents, athletes, and coaches need to learn about concussion signs and symptoms. The American Academy of Neurology recommends athletes thought to have a concussion be immediately removed from play and not returned until assessed by a healthcare professional trained in concussion. This isn't just about sports. It's about your brain. When in doubt, sit it out. Learn more at aan.com/concussion. A message from the American Academy of Neurology.
Hello, this is Captain Jack Sparrow. See, you've already met this dastardly scoundrel who calls himself Mike Spears. That would mean that you're listening to the Spearsy Spin. Right. By my reckoning, if you give a thumbs up and subscribe, this would make you one of the crew. Savvy?
Now, Miss Winter was denied bail at her arraignment that was in federal court last week, and currently she remains behind bars. As always, though, we probably could never have things like this going on in the country without the meddling hands of left-wing activist Micheal Moore. Now it would appear that Mr. Moore, not wishing to be outdone by Rosie O'Donnell, has launched a website called Trumpy Leaks. What is Trumpy Leaks, you might ask? Well, it's a website that's engaged to encourage government employees and contractors to provide Mr. Moore, not the NSA, not the FBI, not the CIA, but to provide Mr. Moore with the kinds of leaks in which Winter allegedly participated. Now, recently, Mr. Moore announced to the world that he is launching Trumpy Leaks in a site that will enable courageous whistleblowers to privately communicate with him and his team, this according to Micheal Moore. Or you see, instantly there becomes a problem, because if Mr. Moore is relegating that this information come directly to him as opposed to going to NSA, FBI, NSA, Senate Judiciary Committee, yada, 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 well, that's probably going to put him in a whole different light. You see, Mr. Moore also cited the historical significance of the 1778 Whistleblower Protection Law, saying that patriotic Americans in government, law enforcement, or the private sector with knowledge of crimes, breaches of public trust, and misconduct which may be committed by now Donald J. Trump and his associates, well, they're needed to blow the whistle in the name of protecting the United States of America from tyranny. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. Well, here we go again. While there is, in fact, truth to what Mr. Moore suggests, the same principle of law does not, however, allow for the following. It does not constitute a free-fall area for dissemination of classified information to be breached and exposed outside of the realm of those individuals who hold security classifications. Secondly, any person, either foreign or domestic, that wantonly offers payment, promise, or sanctuary for the dissemination of classified information may in fact be arrested and tried for the practice of spying, and further, should the information leak contain any political or military information, then the charges against said person could be escalated under federal statutes to the act of espionage.
Hey, Sarah.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
Been doing like I taught you.
Love the new tattoo, Sarah.
Dude, that's Sarah. The girl in the pink shirt. That's the girl I was telling you about.
Theater 2 on your left. Hey, Sarah. What color underwear today?
Hey, Sarah. So when are you going to post something new?
Anything you post online, anyone can see. So think before you post.
The Espionage Act of 1917 was and is a federal law that was passed on June 15th, 1917. Now, it's been amended several times over the years, and within it there are certain criteria that must be met before you can be charged with a crime under the Espionage Act. But openly looking to recruit people to provide inside information on the president and or his administration could very well result in arrest and federal prosecution. Now, left-leaning Michael Moore is known for such films as Bowling for Columbine, Sicko, and Fahrenheit 9/11. Lately, he's been urging people in government, law enforcement, and the such to report to him with knowledge of crimes, breaches of trust, and misconduct committed by Donald Trump and his associates, directly and under the security of his new website, Trumpy Leaks, which means that Mr. Moore actually believes that Trumpy Leaks is in a much better position to handle leaks such as those from Miss Winter than our own federal government. That is the NSA, the CIA, the FBI, and on and on and on and on. And here we go again. Now, the reason we're repeating this to a degree is because Mr. Moore keeps repeating this to a degree. Now, speaking of Mr. Moore, he was inspired to launch this website after the arrest of the alleged leaker, which is Reality Winner, who was a contractor with the National Security Agency that's been accused of doing exactly what Rosie O'Donnell and Michael Moore are suggesting that others do as well. Now, there's no doubt that at this very moment, O'Donnell and Moore are under investigative review, most likely by the NSA and the CIA. The FBI may or may not be involved. That I don't know, and I don't know the criteria needed to bring the FBI in, but it's a national security issue, so there you go. So, because of their actions and open request for insiders to spy on the president and the administration, and actually the government as a whole, I'm wondering how this will all shake out going down the road. We'll have to wait and see. Now, absolutely no good will come of this, and if other foreign powers decide to hack any websites associated with O'Donnell and Moore, such as the Trumpy leaks here, then it becomes another avenue of leaking that no one may have considered. Translation: if somehow these boneheads that are left over from the Obama administration actually contact Moore with classified information and leak that to his website, and from there it's intercepted by a foreign agency, well, now it becomes a great big mess of worms. So I see this as becoming very problematic in a very short period of time. So you might ask, what causes people such as Rosie O'Donnell and Michael Moore to do these things? Now, in my opinion, and I'm not going to put on my psychology hat, but in my opinion, they suffered extreme emotional distress as children and lack self-identity within themselves, always looking for that validation that will never come. So in closing, we'd like to know what you think. So please visit us at thespearsyspin.blogspot.com and let us know your thoughts. Remember, there's only one world. We all have to live in it. So let's try to make someone's life a little better whenever we can. And we're going to see everybody on Thursday. Thanks for watching, folks. Take care.
In a world of political diatribes, when it feels like your country is being pulled apart, when it seems that the America you grew up in is being taken away, comes one man. That one man is Mike Spears. He left radio several years ago, but now he's back and he's PO'd. He doesn't like where the country is headed. The Spearsy Spin. A 15-minute political overview Monday through Friday of current issues that affect you. Fair and balanced for liberal and conservative thinkers. The Spearsy Spin promises to be educational and humorous. Join Mike Spears for the Spearsy Spin.